Hello, happy people. Welcome to Friday Night Gluebook Pages on craftsandcollage.com. We're doing, I think, probably my last autumn page. You know, the weather's getting colder. I woke up yesterday morning with some frost in the backyard out my kitchen window. That was a bit of a shocker. But I'm thinking that I want to do one more nice big spread for the fall season before the snow flies. Now, I have a bit of a conundrum here because I have this lovely page right here. Oh, not that page. That's Wayne Gretzky's daughter, believe it or not. Where is that page? There it is. Okay, so in the one video I talked about using this as my final page, but I think that's just going to be a personal journal page, maybe. I'm not sure. Haven't decided yet. Gorgeous, absolutely spectacular image. So, but because of some of the pictures I've been able to glean from various magazines this week, I would like to do a nice big double spread in our converted magazine. I love fall, as you can tell, I'm sure. I don't even know if I will have any text for it. I haven't even looked for text yet, so I love this book. I love all magazines. I love converting magazines. It's a huge thing in my life. I do it a lot, as you can tell. We've finished 3 and got like 4 more on the go, sort of thing. Love these. Okay, this I cut out. This isn't a done page or anything. I just attached it in here, but I found this, like, it's an advertisement, right, for chocolate, I think. Chocolate or coffee, I'm not sure which. Anyway, so I wanted to keep it, so I stuck it in there. Alright, so let's leave a page and work on this double set right here. Yeah, okay, so what I want to use as some of the focal points, I have this awesome sort of leafy border, so I have that. I want to use this because to me it just totally smacks of chilly autumn days. I love it. And this is an absolute in this one, this sort of Victorian. I've had this picture, I've been saving it. Here you go. This is my ADHD. I've been saving it for probably about 4 or 5 years now. I've had it. It's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, just the kind of stuff I love. And I've always set it aside waiting for, you know, that special layout, right? But those things don't come along if you don't actually allow them to, right? So I've got some, that car's going to be covered, don't worry about it. I've got some amazing background pieces that we can begin with, though, which is kind of nice. I've got that, cover up the city. I've got this one, cover up the couple, sort of thing. Although that's not as autumny as I would actually like. So, gosh, I love this season. Absolutely love it. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I don't want to use the city part of this. I really don't. I don't like that part of the picture. So, when we don't like something, what do? We get rid of it. Oh, that kind of works in a way. And then this. It's not grabbing me yet. Needs to grab me. It really does. This is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. That's part of a calendar. So that was all actual images, And I've got it upside down. Look at that. The lily pads go at the bottom, Janet, in the lake, Janet. The clouds go in the sky. Your other left. Beautiful image. Wow. Oh, that kind of works together a little bit. Ooh, I kind of like that. All right. All right. All right. Let's... Nope, I like this orange up here with the orange thing. That. And the pumpkins. Nope, we need something taller in that space. I have more of that building, this building piece, and I'm not going to be using any more of it, so I can... Oh, it's the other stuff. All right, well, I can actually make use of that. Then let's do that. So I hope everybody had a fun Halloween. If you celebrate Halloween, I hope you had lots of sweets and treats. And I hope if you have little ones and you celebrate, then you had a good time. When we were little, Halloween seemed very different, at least where I grew up. It was, it was relatively safe, and we were able to go out trick-or-treating, groups of us as little kids, up and down in our neighborhood. Wasn't, dangerous and stuff like that. Stuff's different now, though, especially since the pandemic. I've noticed quite a change in the number of trick-or-treaters, stuff like that. Ooh, I like it over top of it. I do. Alright, so that's going to go along the top. This is going to go over this. Yeah, our street, very few houses were actually giving out candy. This year it seemed it was more the malls or street parties. There was a couple of street parties near us here. And they seemed to have a lot of kids. They had a lot of fun. It looked like, anyway. It looked like. So I like that there. Okay, so that'll be there. And this will be here. I guess that needs to be up there. Wow, okay. Sorry for the silence, guys. I'm just trying to decide what I want to go where. That sort of suits, it looks like. And this here, or a piece of that there. And then the pumpkins on this page. Alright. Alright, I'm going to start at the top, I think. Alright. Yeah, it's starting to become colder here in the 45 to 50 range, so it's definitely getting chilly. Winter is coming, and I've even got some Christmas shopping done. My problem is, and I'm confessing this to my fine friends on here, I have a hard time keeping things for Christmas. Like, I buy cool things for one of my daughters or both of them or whatever, and then I want to give it to them right away. I'm not good at holding on to something for an occasion. I figure they'll have more fun now with it or something, you know? I know that sounds terribly childish. I get it. Trust me, I get it. Do we want the sky to look like it's over that? What do you think? I think I like the sky effect, but the border effect is kind of nice too. I'm gonna go with the border effect. All right. I got my two daughters an interesting gift for Christmas. I think I told you this on a video before. My daughter, a couple of years ago for my birthday, got me the Ancestry.com DNA thing. So I've grabbed that for my two daughters for Christmas, and because they've been very curious about theirs as well. So we've finally been able to do that, and so it's going to be fun, because that I am going to give them to as soon as it gets here, so that they can get their results for Christmas, because you can bet that after the Christmas season, those labs are busy, I'll bet. I mean, I'll bet the wait time is a bit, because people give those things for gifts, so I'm going to give them to them early enough so that they can actually get their results by Christmas. So I'm kind of excited. So let's decide which side we want the pumpkins on. I kind of like them on the side with the orange. Now the blue doesn't help, so I could actually cover the blue and we would still, I think, have enough coverage for that. But let's get this side laid down anyway, shall we? Okay. I'll tell you, if you've never tried this, or if you're a new person to collaging or glue books or things like that, it's amazing. It's a very, very, if you allow it to be, it can be a very freeing activity. I'm going to put a link to a video in the description box of this video. It's John Cleese on creativity, and it's just just a quick listen. It's not even, you don't even have to watch it, it's just a quick listen, But oh my goodness, I truly believe, folks, that it would be worth your while to listen to it. It's it's amazing. It's amazing. It truly is. It's astounding in my view. I listened to it a couple of times in a row and just kind of went, wow, you know. And Lorna, if you're listening, there's a tiny bit at the end of the video that is the menagerie you asked about. Just the cats, though, not the dogs. Just for you. I actually got video of them. Okay, so now where are we putting this? We're putting it right about there. So we will lift this up without ripping it, Janet, without ripping it. Do you think you can do that? Don't know. Have to see. It's, you know, bit of one, half a dozen of the other. One never knows with me. Never. You never. Keeps you on your toes that way, right? So yes, that Cleese video is worth listening to. Please do so if you get a chance. You won't regret it. You definitely won't regret it. And it kind of makes you feel not validated exactly, but it gives you a different perspective on creativity, on creating something. And I've been a big fan of Mr. Cleese for years. It's actually funny, when I was going to university, I had a professor. I won't name names, but he was a professor of Roman history, ancient Roman history, and, you know, classics, right? Because that's what my degree, most of my degree is in classics, and philosophy, things like that. He was English and had gone to a boys' school over in Britain as part of his education. Later education, I think, like either high school or college, not sure. But he went to that school with some of the people from Monty Python, the Monty Python group. Cleese was one. There were another two, I think, of the men that... And they were all doing these classes together, things like Russian and so on. That's why Cleese can do that whole scene in A Fish Called Wanda where he's speaking Russian and stuff. I guess they had to practice Russian, and this professor would tell us all these wonderful stories about these classes and these guys and how funny they were in school and things like that. Very enjoyable to listen to his anecdotes, you know. Really enjoyable. Okay, so where do we want... Alright, this is going to go here. Fits perfectly. Imagine that. Imagine that. Oh, and I got over the glue crisis. I went and bought like 4 different tubes at the dollar store. Whew. I hate it when I get that low on glue. I think literally panic when I get low on glue sticks or they run out. It's like, oh my God. I mean, sort of joking, but only sort of. Okay, I actually do feel kind of... what am I gonna do without glue sticks, you know? Huge part of my life. I don't know about you. Huge part of my life. Alright, let's trim this down because we can't have any white borders, right? My daughter and I took a walk today. We have a dollar store and a you know, different, like a street with different shops and stuff, not too far from us, just a couple blocks. So we walk down there and things like that, pick up a cappuccino, you know, stuff like that while we're down there. And it was a lovely day. Oh my God, it was like in the 50s, And yes, I do Fahrenheit for the most part because I live so close to the States and I lived in the States for years. So I do tend to speak in the Fahrenheit, but I do live in Canada. So for Canadians, I don't know what it was. You'll have to convert it yourself. But it was a gorgeous day. Like we hit an absolutely spectacular day. Beautiful. So like there was just a nice breeze and it was just gorgeous. And I'm ever so grateful, like on the daily. I know people are having a hard time, and I've had a hard time paying the bills recently and stuff too. But there's every day that I wake up with reasons to wake up, sort of thing. Like the fact that I'm waking up is amazing to me recently. I don't know. I know that sounds like Pollyanna, and anybody older is going to recognize that story name. But it's how I feel, you know. It's like I've just a whole lot of gratitude lately for so many things, including my granddaughter and stuff. She's amazing. Love her to bits. Yeah. And school pictures came out. I don't know if I told you guys or not. They took school pictures the other day, and my daughter was just weirding out because she didn't read that they were doing school pictures, like the note that came in my daughter's backpack, until the bus was like pulling up at the door, you know. Lesson learned. But so my granddaughter, I love it. Okay, I love it. My granddaughter is dressed in these really cute tights and this absolutely lovely, like brand new t-shirt that is a pizza. It's got a picture of a pizza on it, cut into a peace sign. It's a pepperoni pizza that's cut into a peace sign, right? And it's pizza. And I think it's wonderful. I think it's a fabulous picture day picture. I think it's wonderful. And my daughter just, like for a while, she just wanted to curl up in a corner somewhere and die. But I convinced her of how cute that is and how unique that is. Like, I'll bet no other kid was wearing a pizza shirt. And that shirt embodies far more about my granddaughter than anything else could. Anything, man. Anything. More than anything else could. So here's just for fun and in honor of Matthew Perry, who recently passed. Here's a piece of trivia about him that involves Canada. Did you know that apparently Matthew Perry, who is Canadian, beat Justin Trudeau up in the 5th grade or something, or when they were real young? Justin Trudeau is our Prime Minister, of course. And that was kind of fun to read, and apparently it's true. They had some kind of kids' altercation on in the playground because they went to school at the same time. And I guess Perry beat him up. Which I thought was funny. I think it's great stuff like that. Shows people are human, you know. He's recently split up with his wife. Not recently, but not too long ago. He and First Lady Sophie Gregoire Trudeau split up. And you know, it's funny. It's bad enough when you split up. Like, we've probably all had split ups, right? But when you have to do it like in public, because first couples are sort of in public, their personal life is sort of right there, and it's too bad. It must be a horrible way to have to deal with your personal life, but we choose our paths, right? I'm kind of surprised no one is stepping forward and taking credit for it as sort of a, I don't know, a curse or something. Like that Queen Romana, that woman that thinks she's Queen of Canada. Seriously. I'm surprised she hasn't like stepped up and taken credit for it or something. I really am. So, I like that, but for some reason it doesn't stand out at all. And I want it to stand out. Like it's a very cool picture. So, maybe right there kind of thing. Because it pulls the colors in, but this one does too. It's gorgeous. But over here it does as well. This can be placed like right there. No, I don't want them touching. Now I have a conundrum. Jeez. See, this one just pulls the colors in so... I find that picture enchanting. But I'm not sure I like this disappearing over in the dark here. I'm not sure at all. See, I get a lot of the way through this one and I find a stash of lovely fall pictures. Funny, huh? Okay, so maybe we can make this work both ways that I like. I seem to like it. Maybe we can make that work. Or this one. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, maybe I will have to do one more fall page. I like that one an awful lot. These are bigger, so... And this is the other half of that one I showed you in the other book. Alright, so that made it a little bit easier, so let's see what we can do. I don't want to leave the elegant pumpkins behind. I definitely want to use them this time. Because I, for some reason, absolutely love them. So, let's do that. And set them right in there. Because that's where I want them. No, that's... Yeah, because that's where I actually like the idea of them. Okay, make sure we have it straight, Janet. See, even this paper on the picture itself is like getting frail. You know what I mean? It's been pulled out and loved so many times. Okay, I'm not pasting the other side down yet. Can't do that yet. A little bit of cutting out. Oh, so yeah, I was telling you about the my professor, but he used to tell some great stories about he and going to school with some of the people from the Monty Python gang, and this Cleese thing on creativity. God, I hope I remember to add it in. If you get a chance, seriously listen to it. I think you'll enjoy it. It gives us a different perspective on what a talent is. He talks about what a talent is. See, there's a bit more contrast as far as the light goes, which is what I wanted. I wanted that sense of contrast. It feels like I need to break this up. Didn't I have a little one with leaves on it? Where is that one? Okay, that's perfect. Alright, we'll cut this out as best we can. Were any of you able to get through Inktober? I got through about half, and I'll do a flip through of that part of my sketchbook at some point. But I only got through, I think, till the 15th or 16th. And then something happened. Life got, what was it? Maybe my daughter had midterms, and I babysit for her when she goes to university and stuff. So, ooh, I kind of like that. Is that still white around the edge? Yep. That white shows so easily if you don't get it all. It's crazy. Alright, so I think I like that right there. Yep. Yep, indeed. So I've been looking for something to use as the text on this page, and I'm not sure about it completely, but I do like this, tuning up, which to me is what fall is about. It's like fall tunes up my year, even though the leaves are and so on. I love the darker winter months. I love the early sunsets. I do. And so for me, it's like tuning up into plus the holiday seasons and things like that. So yeah, I absolutely love it. Okay. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. Or we can go with the tree. Where's my chair? I was going to use that chair. There it is. Alright. I don't think I can use the chair in this in this picture. It was just too dark for over here with the vines. Even though I love the picture itself, it was too dark and it would obliterate a lot of this over here. So maybe the picture is supposed to go with that other page and just be luscious with something over there. So that, shut up phone. Phones, man. I've just recently actually gotten one, and I'm still sort of getting used to it. It's a getting used to process. And it's not, I mean, I had a phone, but not when they had all these extras to it and things like that. Ooh, that's pretty. Wow, I like that. Alright, so let's get the pumpkins glued down because they are kind of frail, and that they came from one of those really flimsy magazines. I forget which one. I was kind of surprised at how beautiful the picture was. I remember that. Something like the Inquirer or something like that, that's made of the flimsier paper. And I've just, like I said, I've hauled it around for about 4 or 5 years now. I think it's absolutely a stunning picture. Very, sort of modern Victorian. But there comes a time and place where you simply have to haul something out you've been keeping and use it. You know what I mean? Just use it. Alright, so if we use that there, which helps to blend this in, we can even bring it over more, and that can sit there. That works nicely. I think I like that. And I never, the reason, somebody actually asked me the other day why when I'm pillaging from the magazines, why I always leave this white edge around the pictures when I cut them out, while I'm stacking them and cutting them out of the magazine. And I'll tell you why. Because oftentimes our pictures are in the type of container or get well loved enough that they're moved around or handled and so on and so forth, and the edges can get kind of funky sometimes. These edges stay safe when you're able to trim off the white edge. I don't get near as many like bent edges or stretched or torn edges when I leave a little bit of the white on and take it off just when I'm ready to use the piece. That's, I think, to me, what the saving is when I'm ready to use the piece. Oh, I like that. And that there. I think I like that. Or we can put, yes, okay, we'll put this gorgeous red tree in there. And I think fall for me is very restful. It's very growth inducing, you know. Bears may go to sleep, but while they're hibernating, they're healing themselves too. So there's reasons for all of our hibernating or our you know, going within and things like that. Whoops, I forgot the bottom in all my yakety yakking. Alright, so, ooh, I like that. Okay. Yes, that suits me. I like that a lot. Okay. Alright, let's get these put in here. So yeah, that's why I leave the edges on, is because it gives it a little bit of protection. Because I work through my pictures a lot. Like, I don't know how you do it, but mine are all in folders and so on, and I'm regularly dragging them out of the folder and thumbing through them. That's what I do with pictures, is I thumb through them probably multiple times a day. And especially on days where I'm doing a video, you know, so that's part of it. It just feels like it actually protects it somewhat. So that's one of the reasons. If that makes sense to you. Oh, this is lovely. I really like this. I really, really like this. It makes me happy. And you know, when something you create makes you happy, that's a mighty good dopamine drop. Makes you feel good. Yes, indeed. And that moves us forward in our life. Feeling that kind of lovely, happy chemistry moves us forward in our life. And we learn from that as much as we learn from the adversity, eh? You know how we're all taught, you know, you learn from the bad stuff. Well, not always. Not always. Oftentimes we have amazing things that we get a chance to learn from. You know, the kindness of strangers. You know how one compliment or smile from a stranger can, like, if it's not creepy, you know, it can make your day. Oh, you know, that coat looks lovely on you. What a lovely thing to hear. It can make your day. It can make you feel like $1,000,000. One simple sentence, you know. Simple sentence. So, I'm thinking that I'm close to done with this. I really, I didn't want to let winter happen without just one more fall page, but I think I have enough for a really pretty additional fall page opposite that one I showed you in the other book, eh? Okay, so tuning up. To me, this is an amazing phrase. I'll tell you, one place for text, like headlines and text and stuff, that's absolutely amazing if you can get hold of any old New Yorkers. Those people knew how to write headlines and grabbers and stuff. There's some really good text in those. But you can get text pieces anywhere, any old magazine or newspaper, and you can collect the most phenomenal amount of text, like bushels of it to go through and have fun with, you know. Alright, so this one is almost destined for the recycling bin. I think I've gone through all the pages. And they're all stuck together and weird and glued. And where do I see this? Over here. Over here. Over here. Over here. Tuning up. Right there. There we go. Okay, so thank you for hanging in with me this Friday night. I appreciate your company. I really do. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great weekend, friends. Hi, Lorna. This is for you. This is Socks. He's 13 years old now. He's just a big old thing. And he spends a lot of his time up on my crafting table. So that's Socks. And I'll add Bodhi, who is the tuxedo cat, when I see him. Socks and Bodhi. Socks and Bodhi.